YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. I'm going to actually record for you. Sorry, I got to adjust the mic just a bit. I'm going to record a couple of battles for you that I was trying to do on a stream before my wonderful internet provider, Cox Communications, decided that I didn't need bandwidth that I pay for. Yeah, I'm having another argument with them. My internet was good for about 6 months after I went through about 4 or 5 months of complaining and social media pushes and stuff. Finally improved it a bit, but it's bad again, and I've had to lodge complaints with the government and the Better Business Bureau and everybody else, and action has been slow. So apologize if my videos are late or the streams are not coming. That's why. You can thank them if you want. In any case, I've got 6 Crypt Ghouls in this first army because someone requested a vampire. Well, actually, the poll that was in the last online battle video wanted Vargeist. So I brought a vampire flyer build, including 2 Vargeists. I've got 2 Fellbats, a Terrorgeist, and the Red Duke on a zombie dragon. And then since I was playing the Wood Elves, I brought a bunch of Crypt Ghouls. These guys are pretty quick, they poison, and they're good against unarmored units in terms of dealing damage. My opponent, I think, is probably going to soon regret having brought a flyer build. He was obviously hoping to snipe Mortis engines or other key targets, but he's not going to have an easy time doing so. He's got 2 Starfire Shafts, a Branch Wraith. Back here hidden are 2 Azrae Spear, 4 Eternal Guard, and 2 Treekin. So he was hoping to kind of tank the main engagement with the Treekin and be able to shut down key units with the Skirmishers. And that's going to be very difficult for him to accomplish at this point. I'm going to move the Black Knights around and put some pressure on the back of his formation. And I've already got attack orders coming in, though this one got a single click for some reason. And then I'm going to bring my flyers forward momentarily and come attack the Glady. She's not a great eagle. She could outrun me, but it wouldn't do her a lot of good to be pushed away from the battle at this point. So there comes my flyers. Comes the Black Knights pushing in from all flanks. We've got the War Dancers chasing us, but there's only 2 War Dancers, so I'm going to try and keep my cavalry moving. I'm going to go ahead and ignore that War Dancer and get into the Starfire Shafts. I don't want him to damage my guys too badly. See right here, he's going to pop the Prey of Anathrema, which he probably should. Again, I'm going to scoot past the War Dancers. Got to shut down the archers, and then my flyers are going to go blob in on the Glady, who is going to get absolutely mobbed by this. So she is not in a good place. The Hawk Riders probably should have charged in to try and add some support rather than sit back and fire, because these guys are going to get overwhelmed in a big, big hurry. The Earthblood actually comes over here to try and save his left flank, which is actually, it is going poorly for him, but I'm going to bring in the Red Duke and pop an Invocation of Nehek. He took a lot of damage from that Prey of Anathrema, but he's okay now. So that's the thing with the vampires, even if you do cause a lot of damage to them, they can sometimes heal up quickly. I've popped an El Sif on the Glady, so she's going to be in bad shape in terms of stats. She's already at a disadvantage there. You can see my Crypt Ghouls easily tearing through the Eternal Guard, not so easily tearing through the Treekin. And I've got some summoned skeletons here, too, to make it difficult for enemy to run away. I'm going to extricate my Black Knights from this fight before any more of them die, and try and get them away so they can be useful later. And we'll pull the Azrae Spear out along with us. And at this point, the Glady is gone. She's shattered. And I decided not to chase her. Like, I would have rather her been dead so that we got the penalty. My Black Knights got caught again, so I'm going to get them moving. But at this point, I'm going to take all my flyers and crash into these Treekin, and we'll just handle it that way. These Black Knights ended up getting bogged down. They're going to die over here, but I got 2 of them free, so I can hit returning units if I need to. But yeah, the Treekin are going to get absolutely mobbed by flyers at this point. Between the Zombie Dragon and the Terrorgeist, Vargeist actually have a really good charge against unarmored units. I find that to be one of their most useful characteristics. They're just very, very squishy. They can get torn apart by a cavalry unit in a big hurry, and they're not as good against armored infantry, but against unarmored infantry or in a rear charge against infantry in general, they do pretty dang good. And you can see here that the flyers were able to quickly rout the Treekin. There's a couple of regrouped units, but I'm going to shut them down with the Crypt Ghouls here. And then I've used my bats to keep the Azrae Spear away from my flyers, because these units could damage my flyers pretty badly. So I'm just going to sacrifice the bats to keep these Azrae Spear busy. And then I've moved on over here, and I'm going to take 1 unit of Crypt Ghouls that was kind of doing some chasing. I'm going to peel them off to the Azrae Spear, and I'm going to pour the rest into this fight over here where the Hawk Riders and Treekin are just trying to survive. So yeah, you can see the Crypt Ghouls peeling off over there. So at this point, the Wood Elves are in trouble. My Crypt Ghouls have them fixed. I'm going to bring a rear charge in. The Azrae Spear are bogged down over there, so there's no saving them. I'm going to summon some skeletons just to really make it difficult for units to flee. And then I'm going to come charging in with all my flyers. Drop the bomb. Their Great Eagle came back, but it's going to be too little to actually change the tide of battle over here. And my Crypt Ghouls are doing a good job of defeating the Azrae Spear. So that's that. My Black Knights are out mopping up regrouped archers. So the Vampire Flyer build did work. Now, my stream died right around the time that this battle... Oh, crap, not that one. Well, actually, it is the right one, because the autosave happens to be the right one. Yeah, whatever. So my stream died right about the time that we were playing this one, which, by the way, Cox... Shameful display! Yes, a shameful display indeed, jerks. Anyway, this was... people voted in a straw poll for me to play as the Beastmen. So I brought Morgur, a Bray Shaman of Death. I know people hate Morgur. I've got 2 Gore Bulls. I've split them up because I'm expecting a Light Wizard. I've got 4 Goreherd, 1 Bestigore, 4 Ungore Spear, and then I hit a couple of Centaurs in the woods, and that just happened to be right where my opponent deployed, and I could not see these silver bullets. I accidentally misclicked this order to make these guys move. I didn't intend to make them move, but they would have gotten spotted anyway. And then the silver bullets popped up right about this time, and I was like, ooh, screw that. So I quickly ducked behind the terrain here to keep the silver bullets from wrecking my Centaurs with great weapons. And now I'm going to have to move up over here to fight my opponent. Let's check out his army. He's got the Templehof Luminarch up front, probably hoping to snipe Morgur or something. Karl Franz on foot with 4 spearmen with shields. Odd pick. 2 crossbows. He's got a Light Wizard back here on a horse, but Karl didn't get a horse. Odd. Tattersouls. 2 halberds for protecting the flanks. The silver bullets, and then the Sunmaker. So my opponent has spent a ton of money on some Regiment of Renown units, and he's going to have to overcome a lot of Beastmen infantry with it. Now, Centaurs with great weapons, I brought them mainly to help fend off flyers, but at this point, since he doesn't have flyers, I'm going to try and work the flanks a little and see if I can get into my opponent's skirmishers. Over here, you can see I'm kind of swinging wide around, and my opponent moves the silver bullets, and then I'm swinging my Centaurs around to the other flank here. Again, whenever you do see the Light Wizard and the Templehof Luminarch, the best thing you can do is keep your Gore Bulls separated so that you don't get your Gore Bulls, your Bray Shaman, and your Lord all tied down in combat. The silver bullets decided they wanted to shoot at me but not have protection from the halberds, so my opponent makes a big mistake here. And Centaurs with great weapons will shut down those silver bullets in a big hurry. And although the Sunmaker's already racked up 21 kills and caused a lot of damage, its usefulness is going to be limited, quite limited. So my intention at this point is not to Spirit Leech or anything. I just want to come up. My opponent has a bunch of units that should be vulnerable to terror. So I'm going to come in with the Brave Shaman of Death, and I have the spell, I think is it Soul Blight? I can't remember. Doom and Darkness, sorry. Yeah, it's Doom and Darkness, so it takes away 16 leadership. So my intention is to use Doom and Darkness not long after the battle is started, see if I can rout everything, but then I get distracted because I'm trying to get into his back lines and micromanage my troops. So I'm moving my spears over to the flanks, and then over here I'm going to move some units over to the flanks. I've got Gorbull. I need to attack the Templehof Luminarch, speaking of which. Hey, Gorbull, say cheese! Oh! What a picture there, buddy. Hey, it takes more than that to kill Gorbull. Walk it off, buddy, walk it off. Alright, so yeah, we got rid of the silver bullets. I'm trying to bring in the Centaurs with great weapons here, and I could have easily gotten an attack on the Sunmaker and the Templehof Luminarch here, but again, I get distracted with micromanagement elsewhere. I really got to work on my micromanagement. Just need to practice. Maybe I should practice against the AI, and then... Actually, I guess it's the AI that's probably my problem. I get so lazy playing them. Because, yeah, I could have easily killed the Hellstorm rocket battery at that point. Anyway, the Templehof Luminarch's getting attacked by Gorbull now, and my opponent's in bad shape. I get the Soul Blight, or Doom and Darkness off back here, so his army was about to fall apart anyway. Or no, that was the Nets of Amantok, my bad. I never even got to use the Doom and Darkness. I started breaking his flanks, and I was too busy clicking my troops to go forward, and my opponent admitted defeat. So, Beastmen success. And I'm going to go check out the poll real quick. I had a poll out. Give me just a second. Let's actually go over to the desktop. And let's click out to this poll. So let's see what the people wanted me to do next, and the next online battle I do, that's who I'll pick. So it looks like greenskins were, well, it was only 10 votes because no one got to vote on it. Yeah, we may not go by that one. I'll just pick something next. How about I'll put a poll on this video. It may not be immediately after it uploads, so you may have to come back because I may not be here when the upload actually happens because it takes so long whenever Cox is treating me this way. So yeah, stick around. We'll see what the next video is. And once again, Cox... Oh, my shameful display doesn't work in this one. My bad. Anyway, shameful display, Cox. Shameful display. Appreciate MSI for sponsoring the channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again soon on another Warhammer Online battle.